Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Well, as you can see today, that's my wife in the distance there, Sue. She's come out for a little walk with me through one of my local forests. This is part of Rockingham Forest in Northamptonshire, and it's home to a kite breeding programme, and it's got plenty of tracks and walkways and cycleways, and we're just going to have a little bit of a walk and explore and see what we can find. So bye for now, and I'll see you in a little bit. Careful you don't stand in the mud. Okay, time to go a little bit further. Come back out of those woods now, back onto a track. I think Sue's just realised she's going the wrong way. Don't get lost. Now, there's a deer stalking hide there. I don't think there's anyone in there at the moment. Obviously some deer stalking goes on in these forests. And we'll just have a look at this high seat. There's the ladders round the back. Usually these things are locked off though. Stop the public going up them, which makes sense. You don't want children climbing up there and fooling around. Yeah, nice big padlock. That's a shame. It would have been nice to have gone up and had a look at the view. But you can see from its position, got a nice clear shot of any deer breaking the woodlands. In pretty much all directions. Now you might be able to hear in the background, there's an airfield. And throughout my videos you've had the constant noise of planes taking off and landing. So we'll do a little bit more walking down here and see where we end up. Well, here we are. I'm about to have a cup of tea. My wife Sue's sitting at the side of me, but this will give me a good opportunity to show you my cook set, my preferred cook set, and it happens to be the Crusader, BCB Crusader. This has been favoured by the British Army for quite a few years, and it's a nice little combined pack. So what do I keep in mind? Right, obviously matches. The actual cook set itself, which comprises of the mug, the water bottle, I carry a windshield, a little bottle opener, another flameless match, my lid, a spork, some more matches. You can never have too many matches or ways of lighting the fire. My metal mug, stove itself, the actual cooker, and a lighter. I also carry on the back of the pack a very handy little knife, which is useful for opening things, and inside there I also have my ferrocerium rod. As I said, you can never have too many ways of lighting the fire, especially when it's raining, especially when it's cold, especially when you're miserable. Okay, so that's what I carry. So let's get a cup of tea on the go. Again, I use my preferred fuel source. A little bit uneven ground here. My mug. Looks like I've chose the most uneven ground I could find for this. Bear with me. That's better. Now luckily I'm not going to need my windshield today. It's nice and calm, so you should just go with one flick of the lighter. They always go anyway, and that's it. We're off. Now all pots boil better if you use the lid, so let's get a lid on there. And because this is only a day walk, I'm going to keep it simple, stupid, is the famous saying. I've just brought along a 3-in-1 coffee. How many videos do you see where they make life hard for themselves? They bring along potatoes, vegetables, peas, carrots, steaks. Great. But if you're just on a walk, keep it simple. Obviously I'll need my spork, and I'll leave it there while my water boils. I'm back in a minute. Well, it's been about 5 minutes now, and it looks like we have another rolling boil. So let's get the missus a cup of tea. Now we shall drink this and see you in a bit. Well, that's everyone's first quenched. Everyone's first quenched. So now just got to put everything away. Now, there's a knack to this. If you don't get it right, it just don't all fit back in. I start off with the cup and the cooker. Drops to the bottom. Followed by your water, your mug, my windshield and lid, my spork, my windproof matches, again my little bottle opener, knife, and there's a little screwdriver on the end there. The gas lighter, little permanent match. I don't know if you've seen these before. It's works on the gas lighter principle. There's just a little match soaked in petrol down a ferrocerium rod, and there you go, you put a permanent match. Very handy. A little army style tin opener, because you never know when you might need a tin opener. Last but not least, some more matches. There we go. Everything in one little convenient pack. That's why I prefer the Crusader. This is the tree we were just sitting on to have that cup of coffee, and I'm packing up. I just happened to see underneath here a load of cramp balls. Now, those of you that are into any sort of bushcrafting would know these are perfect for taking a spark and getting a fire going. So while I'm here, I'm going to harvest a couple of these, if they're any good, and dry them out and keep them for later on in the year. Another one. And you just put some sparks into them, blow them gently, and they take a light. So, just shows you need to be observant everywhere in the woods. You never know what you're going to find. Now, we're just having that discussion, which every husband and wife has, as in, we've gone the wrong way. I've got no maps of this place, no idea where I am. There's about an hour and a half's worth of light left, and we've had this happen. Oh no! Very nearly just caught Sue going for a dive, tripping up a branch. I was trying to say before I nearly burst out laughing, if we don't find our way out of here, it's going to get dark soon, and we're only prepared for the day. Although I'm not worried about wild camping, it's not much fun if you haven't got a sleeping bag, a tarp, a light, or any other emergency provision. This could be a test of my bushcraft skills, building a wood shelter for the night. Let's hope it don't come to that. Welcome back. Now, I said earlier, we are lost. This is now about 15 minutes later and we're still lost. We have a track here. We have a track there. we have a track there. And to make matters worse, we have a track there. So, Sue, my wife, has just done eeny meeny miny mo and so we're going that way. Now if this is anything like her road skills when she's driving, I think we're going to be walking for the next 6 hours. Hopefully I'll get back in time for tea. Bye for now. Well, this is a shock. This is the first time you've actually seen me on camera, and I'm doing this as a distress call just in case we never get found and somewhere in the future they find the bodies, because we're still lost. My wife Sue is at the side of me looking very innocent, says we should go this way. It's now been about 20 minutes going this way and we're still nowhere nearer the car. I think she's now starting to regret that little decision.
I am.
And maybe she should have listened to me in the first place. Anyway, as you can see probably, we are still following the tracks in the woodlands, trying to get out. Now, hopefully, we'll see you in a bit. And again, there's another airplane just about to go overhead. There he is. There you go. Proof I'm not used to selfie sticks. Bye for now. Welcome back again. Now, that wonderful track we was following was all of a sudden turned into the deepest, darkest forest. And what springs to mind is lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, where the hell are we now?
You took us this way.
I did not. This is going to be the divorce, I think.
Oh, we're lost. We're totally lost.
Right. It's getting near the verge of calling someone for help. I don't think this is right. In fact, I'm sure it's not. Now, I'm going to do what every good husband does and blame the wife.
I think
This is Sue's fault. I was following her directions, and after 30 years of listening to her follow a map in the car, you think by now I'd have learnt my lesson. Clearly,
don't blame me.
clearly not.
Don't you dare blame me.
There she is, look. Oh,
This is a Laurel and Hardy moment.
now, you should never go anywhere without a map, without a compass, without some way of knowing where you are. I know this.
I think we need to go back.
I know this. And yet,
We need to go
oh, I'm getting, we need to go back.
because I don't like it in here.
We have about an hour light. We are going to be spending the night
Don't
with
think
real
so.
bushcraft skills.
Don't think so.
Bye for now.
Can't see no roads.
Because there is no roads.
I can't see people. We
This-
need to be
This is now getting pretty serious. We genuinely are lost in the forest. Sue's worried about snakes. I'm trying to convince the snakes hibernate in the winter. They go into holes and various other heaps. She's convinced there's the abominable snowman or Yeti's going to get her. There's one abominable snowman that's going to get her. It's going to be me. But this, certainly not the way out. I can hear civilization in the distance, a police car. But it sounds an awfully long way. Which way now?
Oh, I wish I had to come in here. Alright, so there's a lot.
Silence in the woods. Totally and utterly lost.
This way. I know the way out.
Follow me, I know the way. This is the words that got us into this mess in the first place.
That way.
Well, this has learnt me another valuable lesson.
Never
Never bring the wife. Never listen to the wife when it comes to directions. Right, we'll carry on this adventure. Let's be optimistic. I have got food in the bag. I don't think Sue has, so she's going to go hungry. But I'm alright anyway for the night. See you in a bit. Even amongst being lost, you find something interesting. Snowdrops. First ones of the year. There we go, almost worth getting lost for. But not a lot of help. Because we're still in here. And it's just getting thicker and thicker. Now, we're still going, and as you can see, at the moment, there's no sign of civilization anywhere. It does seem to be thinning out a little bit, so I'm going to follow this little clearing, and hopefully it will bring us out somewhere near where we need to be, but who knows. Is there a bear in those woods?
No.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Stop frightening me.
Okay. we'll keep going and hopefully find our way out soon. Well, we've been walking for about another half an hour and I think we've found a road. Someone's happy. Looks like we're out. Now, question is, where are we exactly? Oh, hold on. I need to trip myself up. That's always a good sign when you see one of them. Right, we're out. The question is now, where? It's a road. Civilization. We've survived. We've survived the forest. All we've got to do now is survive the road. I don't think it's that way, Sue. I've followed your directions enough. I think we should be going that way. So we shall go up here and see what happens, following my directions this time. Bye for now. I finally have a map. I've got a signal, the first signal we've had for quite some time. That's why I couldn't use my phone in the woods. So now I've got a map, I should be able to find where I am, where I'm going, and hopefully get back before the sun sets. We made it. We're back to the car park and civilization. Just before it gets dark. You can even hear the nighttime chorus. Hello again. Well, we've got ourselves out of our little predicament being lost in the woods. So now we know where we are. We've nipped back into the woods just to make a quick review. I wanted to do this in a bit more detail while we was out, but our little disaster put pay to that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a part review of the MRE Menu 11 vegetable crumbles with pasta in a taco style sauce. Now these are supposed to be the vegetarian version of the American MRE, and well, let's open it up and see what we've got. And this is the first time that Sue has had an American MRE. She's had plenty of rations from the British packs, so it'll be interesting to see what she thinks. Now, what have we got? Quite a large pack. Put that on the floor, try and keep things a little bit clean. So, straight off, we have some crackers. Then we have a packet of applesauce. We have the flameless ration heater. I've not had much luck with these, but I'll give it one more try and see what happens today. There's the cardboard sleeve for the main entrees when it's being warmed. These are interesting. I've never had one of these. French vanilla cappuccino instant powder. Spoon. Chunky peanut butter. Why is it every time I open an MRE there's peanut butter? I think if you've seen them by now you know this is my least favourite, but there we go. I have a chocolate flavour First Strike energy bar. First time I've had one of those. there is a little accessory pack. I don't think I'll be opening that so much today, but there is a strange sauce in there, chili and lime hot sauce. First time I've seen that one. We have some dry roasted and salted peanuts. I don't know if you can just see that. And we have a vegetable taco pasta. Now I would have thought, seeing as we've got a taco pasta, we would have had some tacos. But no, looks like we're going to have to make do purely with the crackers. Purely with the crackers. Okay, so let's see if we can have a bit more luck with these flameless ration heaters and see if we can get this warmed up. You might hear a little bit of noise in the background. Sue's making herself a cup of tea just off shot. Now then, we shall put in our main entree. And I think that's all there is to heat up in this pack. So, add a little bit of water. Now, as I said before, I always fail to get these to work. This is my third one, and it'll be interesting to see if it actually works. There's not too much water in that one, so I'll give it a little bit of a shake up, find the sleeve, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. I think it's because I've been lost. It's a new experience for me. I don't usually get lost in the woods, but then again, I don't usually follow the wife's directions. She looks scowling at me off camera. Okay. Now, I need to find a rock or something. Unfortunately, I can't find a rock, but at the side of me there is a big chunk of wood. I should just lean it against that for a few moments. Okay, so what am I left with? I have some peanut butter, some crackers, an energy bar, first strike. Let's go with the crackers. We're going to need those. Okay, got my old mess tins from years gone by, and I think these are my original ones which was issued to me many years ago. So there was a little hiss there, you might not have heard it off camera. Again, typical MRE crackers. I shall open the first strike chocolate flavour energy bar. That looks interesting. Put it that way so you can see it better. some dry roasted and salted peanuts.
Yummy.
Sue's favourite. She loves the dry roasted. Nice hiss. Just dry roasted peanuts. And I think we shall leave it there, and I'll come back in a moment when the food has warmed up, when the entree has had a little warm. Well, I'm giving it about 15 minutes now, and it's time just to check how the main entree is getting on. Now, this box of MREs I've not had much luck with. And again, this particular one is only just lukewarm. I must have a bad batch. I must. They must be better than this. And I'll put that back in its sleeve and leave it a little bit longer. But surely 15 minutes is long enough. I know the British Army now would be fuming if they had to wait 15 minutes and that was the only heat they got. Anyway, let's move on. In the meantime, we can try some of these other wonderful delights. So, let's have a look at some of these peanuts. Dry, roasted, salted. Now they do just look like typical dry roast. They're light, they feel light, well baked. Let's have a taste. They're quite soft, not over crunchy. A light hint of salt. Dry roast. But quite nice. Very nice. There's nothing at all wrong with those. Now, for the first time, if Sue would like to come and put her hand in, she can give them a try.
Okay.
There we go.
Got some. Okay.
So, what do you think of those?
Yummy, they're nice. Very salty.
Yeah? So, you happy with them? You like those?
Yeah, they're nice, they are. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay. She's a peanut fan, and I know where the rest of those are going to go. In fact, I might as well hand it over now, because that's where they're going to end up. Okay. There is a pack of peanut butter, and those of you that have watched my reviews before know this also isn't my favourite. But I do have a peanut butter fan with me today.
Peanut.
Excuse me, that's a piece of that peanut. So, I'll give this peanut butter a bit of a knead. And we'll get it open. I'm going to have to ask you to excuse me for a moment. I need a drink. Well, back again. I do apologise for my little coughing fit. One of those peanut skins didn't agree with me. So, we have the crackers. We've had these before. I'll have another taste, another nice taste test. They're dry. Very mild. Just a light, decent biscuit, cracker. Taste a little bit of flour, but I suppose really that's probably all there is, probably only just flour and water mix. But very nice. Now this is where I'm going to get somebody else to have a taste. As I've said in my previous reviews, I'm not a fan of the peanut butter, but I shall pass this over to my assistant today, and
Thank you.
she can give her an opinion on her peanut butter spread.
Very nice.
Peanuts,
Yeah, lots of peanuts in there.
flavourful.
Very flavourful. Yeah, really nice. And crunchy as well.
Crunchy. Okay. probably a much better opinion than what you get from me for that, but that's always good.
I am a peanut lover.
She does love the peanuts. That's where the dry roasted have gone, and I've not seen any of them come back, you might have noticed. Okay, so let's put that to one side, and I'm going to taste the First Strike chocolate bar. Actually, it looks like a chocolate bar on the inside. Smells chocolatey. Oh, quite firm, hard to bite, chewy, but very pleasant. Dark chocolate flavour. If you know the difference between dark and milk chocolate, this is definitely on the dark chocolate side. Some crispy bits in the middle. But very nice. I actually quite like that. Requires some chewing, but very nice. I don't know whether Sue would like a piece.
Thank you.
It's quite hard. Quite chewy.
Yeah, very chewy. Not too bad though. You've got crispy bits.
Crispy bits, yeah. What about the chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate's nice, but it's dark chocolate. I'm not a fan of dark chocolate.
No, you prefer the milk, don't
Yes.
you? But is it decent?
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, palatable.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's go back to the entree. Is this doing any more? Not really. I'll give it a few more moments, but I'm not holding out much hope for that. Okay, so I'll just move this to one side for a moment, because this is intriguing me. A French vanilla cappuccino instant powder. Now I've seen these on other people's reviews, and it does say you can use hot or cold water. I always have hot cappuccinos, never had a cold, so I think for this little experiment I shall try it with cold water and give you a little opinion on that. Okay, so how do we open them? Little tear strip at the top. I think that's a watertight seal. Now, from what I can see in there, there's just like a chocolatey powder looking, and I just need to fill it to the fill line. Now, this is where it all goes horribly wrong. I think that's about there. Let's give it a little bit more. Now, seal it up. Roll it over and just give it a good old mix. Now, as I say, I've never tried one of these, not cold. If I come across one again, I shall try it hot and try and give you a comparison which side is better, hot or cold. Okay, that should be mixed now. Good seal, and let's pour it into my mug. There we go. Now, it's frothy, just like a cappuccino should be. I shall have a taste. I'm not quite sure about how cold cappuccino is going to be. It's actually quite nice. It's milky. It's a strong vanilla taste. I'm surprisingly enjoying that. It's very, very nice. It's not too sweet. There's sugar in there. It's milky, creamy, vanilla. And it's the first time I've ever had anything like this cold. And I'm really impressed. I'm really pleased with that. I'll just pass it over to see what Sue thinks. She has also said as well, ugh, cold coffee. Let's see what she thinks.
Different. Yeah, definitely a cold coffee. Nice though.
Is it your sort of thing?
I like the flavour.
Vanilla?
Vanilla,
There's
very
a
nice.
strong vanilla flavour there.
Yeah. I would buy that.
You would?
Yes.
You'd have that again?
Mm,
Wow.
nice.
That's a high recommendation.
That is nice.
You don't know what a high recommendation that is. When she watches YouTube videos with me, people drink iced coffee, iced tea. She's always like, ugh. So that was a good result for that one. Okay. So, whether it's ready or not, it's time for the mains. It's had long enough. Still disappointed with these flameless ration heaters. I've seen the European ones, the Polish and the Lithuanian MRE reviews on YouTube, and you can physically see steam pouring out the top. These American ones, I'm not convinced they're that good. Or like I said in my other videos, maybe I've just been really unfortunate and got a very bad batch which are not working properly. Okay. Give this a bit of a knead, try and get a little bit of heat. The bag's a bit wet. I've just asked Sue to get me a little bit of tissue there to dry it off a bit. Okay. Well, as I say, I did think I was going to get a bit of taco, a couple of tacos in the pack, but no. So this is going to have to be eaten with the crackers. Now, put that there for a moment. I can see sort of chili beans. It's the vegetarian, so I should imagine that the meat is vegetarian style meat. Something we'd call corn mince over in the UK. I have forgotten my spoon. Just the MRE spoon. Give that a mix. There's the pasta. Hiding at the bottom. Now, as you can see, there's some chili beans, some pasta. It looks like just a typical sort of tomato style sauce. I'll have a taste. It's got a little bit of tang to it, a little bit of chili, not overly spiced. The pasta is soft but not soggy. The beans are soft. Now there is some hot sauce, I notice, in the accessory pack. Chili and lime hot sauce, but I'm not going to put that in because I think there is just enough spice in there, but I might be interested to see what that tastes like sometime in the future. Now, I'm trying some on a bit of a cracker. A little bit on the cracker, seeing as I haven't got any tacos. That's nice. Just adds a little bit of crunch to it. Nothing overpowering. It's just a general all-round nice meal. Now, I shall hand this over and just let Sue have a try. There's a little bit of spice in there, not too much. While she's having a taste of that, I'll just come back to this cappuccino. Very nice.
Quite spicy, I think.
You think it's quite spicy?
Yeah.
Too much for you? Sue's got a very delicate palate.
Very, very spicy.
Yeah. For me, I'd say that was just right.
That's one thing I would not.
Try some with a little bit of cracker.
Don't know. Let's try a bit. Cracker.
Does that help?
That helps. Yeah, definitely need crackers or tacos with it.
Something to take a little bit of the fire away.
Yeah, it was quite fiery.
Would you buy it now? Or still?
Yes.
You would? Okay,
If
so
it had a taco, I would.
if it had a taco or some bread.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is about the main bulk of the menu 11 MRE. As I said, I would have done a more detailed review, but events of the day took over. I've not opened the accessory pack, but you can see there's just some toilet paper, couple of chewing gums. I think that'll be a beverage powder, and some chili and lime hot sauce. So there's nothing extraordinary in there. And the applesauce, I'm going to save that for later, but I've had these before. They just taste like applesauce, the sort of thing you have with your dinners. If you're in Britain, in the UK, we have applesauce with pork particularly.
Yeah,
So it's just a standard sort of applesauce. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Me and Sue are going to finish off what's left of this ration pack, and goodbye for now. Okay, welcome back. Now I'd just like to summarise the meal and the end of the day. So, what did we think of the menu 11 vegetable crumbles with pasta in taco style sauce? Well, we didn't try everything, but the flameless ration heater, very disappointing again. Very disappointing. I'm just assuming I've got a bad batch. The strike bar, the chocolate bar, very nice. Certainly something I could eat on a trail. I don't mind the dark chocolate. Sue, my wife, though, to be honest, she said it was okay, but she wouldn't buy it, I don't think, in a shop. So it's a bit 50-50 there. The main entree, which is still being eaten off shot. Very nice, very palatable. Again, variance on the spicy level. For myself, it was just about right. For my partner, Sue, my wife, she said it was too hot. Would have been better with tacos. If you're having a taco style sauce, you would have thought you'd have got tacos. The peanut butter, as I'm speaking to you now, I can see that being devoured on the crackers. You might be able to hear it off shot.
Yummy.
That was a hit and a success, as were the salted peanuts, salted roasted peanuts. So, summing it all up, 1 thumb or 2, so I think this one, you just get 1 thumbs up. It's sort of 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50, so 1 thumbs up for this meal.
Definitely 1 thumbs.
Okay, so once again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and hit that notification button for any future videos coming soon. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.
Bye. So nice.